the Octomom, K+8, anybody that's had a litter of children, I hope the courts take them and they staple your vagina closed. It's so unacceptable. I'm not saying China has the right idea, but they're closer. The Octomom had 6 children, then she had 8 more, which equals, I'm not Asian, but I know it's a fucking big number. Do I hit? Do I stay? Does it matter what the dealer has? 8. 8? Really? Do they finish vacuuming out her vagina? I can only assume her labor involved in those golf ball retriever rakes that you blindly throw into the dirty pond and skim the floor, and you're like, look, an orange one, women can't drive. You ever ask your parents when you're younger, who do you love more? And what do they say? We love you the same. And you walk away okay with it. You've heard of a tie between 2 people. What's the Octomom gonna do? A 14-way tie? That's not fucking believable at all. She's gonna have to be honest. Who do I love more? Well, let's see. 5 of you are retarded, so you're out. Now let's focus on kids that have eyelids. Not to mention, fellas, those women are single. Be careful who you're pumping drinks into a bar. Talking shit, oh, I'd love to have a family someday. She's like, really? Look outside. You see those 4 minivans idling? They're all mine. They're filled with our dreams. And they always want money. They want money to people to sponsor them. You know who should sponsor those ladies? eHarmony. Because if they can pair them, that's a pretty incredible sight. According to your profile, you would be a perfect match for a rabbit. Would you like to meet Easter, or Bugs, or Thumper, or Roger, or Velveteen, or Foo-Foo? VW? Playboy? Is it Energizer? Small vibrator? That's all right. Speaking of awful parents, Joe Jackson deserves a Lifetime Achievement Award. Holy cow. I like that people acted shocked when Michael died. Really? He kind of was on borrowed time when he switched races. And there's a reason his reunion tour was in London. Nobody in America wants to watch a 50-year-old man scoot backwards. God, that's a good joke. I don't want it now. I don't want it now. The fact that I took one of the greatest artists of my generation and brought it down to him scooting backwards. That's what I liked about it. But it's the age-old parenting debate, to spank your kid or not to. Joe Jackson shows you that, yeah, in fact, you can beat your child to greatness. But oh, the thin red line you toe. Right? Because you want to hit him hard enough that he has the creative angst to one day give you the Thriller album. But not so much that he fucks children. It's tough, right, parents? It's tough. Every day. Every day is tough. I love that the modeling industry gets attacked for being too skinny. Yeah, no, that's it. It's not America getting too big. The models are too skinny. The only reason they attack them is because parents are horrible. They don't want to tell their 16-year-old daughter that she's not really a princess. Well, I do. If you're 16 years old and you think the only difference between you and Giselle is your waistline and not your busted face, here's some advice. Fill up the Paxil, because life is going to be really sad. If you're walking around like, well, why am I not a supermodel? Who are you looking at, Seabiscuit? Because I'll explain it. Let's start with your jawline. You see, that's probably not going to sell a lot of makeup in the magazines. But I'm skinny. You're a troll. My advice, have a Twinkie. Get really good at math. Because life is not going to be easy for you. I'm sorry if this is your wake-up call. But being an ugly woman is like being a man. You're going to have to work. I was making love to this girl recently. Let's say she's 19. There's no bouncer in my bedroom. You're in. She says to me during the act of lovemaking, "Hey, what's it like having sex with a condom on?" I'm like, how should I know? I'm not that quick. This is what I said. I said, "Oh, it's a lot like picking up dog shit with a bag." Yeah, kind of a mood killer. But I thought then, and I think now, that is a spot-on analogy. Like, you know there's dog poo in your hand, but you don't freak out. That's the dumbest joke I've ever seen. Remember when that kid was killed in Atlanta, Georgia, at Six Flags, had his head cut off by the roller coaster? The first thing that went through my mind was, wow, how am I going to make this fun for everyone? Well, here goes. If you don't remember the story, he was on a church youth group. He was on a roller coaster, his hat blew off. After the ride was over, he's like, I'm going to go get my hat. And there was a big fence with signs that probably said, hey, cut your losses. And he's like, not today. And he went over the fence. There was a second fence with more signs, like, bad shit, come on, knock it off. He's like, you can't tell me how to live, signs. And he went over that fence. And on the other side, the story ends. Did he get the hat? I'd like to think he did. Right? Why not? Like a small silver lining. I told you to get in and whack right there. And I know he was on a church youth group and they don't believe in evolution, but that kid was getting picked off sooner or later. And if I were a family member, I'd say 15 years was a pretty good run. But I'm half full. The real story, which nobody will talk about, and for good reason, until now, is how he was decapitated. It was a suspension roller coaster, young lady, 25 years old, her leg is what decapitated him. Shattered her leg in 8 places, she had 3 surgeries and wore a cast for over a year. Now, I don't know if you've ever worn a cast or not, but everybody and their mother will come up to you. How'd you break your leg? She gets to be like, I fucking punted a guy's head 90 yards. Yeah. Top that, Janikowski. Oh, he missed 3 field goals last week and screwed my parlay. Fuck him. All he should do is... The guy's golden. Somebody fucking paid him last week. That's all I'm saying. How come when people say worst case scenario, it's clearly not? Like, you could always add, and then a roller coaster cut my head off. That's fucking worse. Who's that TV show Man vs. Wild for? It's a great show, right? But who's it fucking for? I heard women. Do women like that show? Really? I don't know a fucking woman in this country that can do one pull-up, let alone climb a vine. I don't have anything for that show yet. Here's my new TV show that I'm trying to sell. Co-produced by Cesar Millan. It's called The Vagina Whisperer. Right? Relationship show for people that are having trouble in the bedroom. I come over, I watch you and your partner make love. I make sure the vagina's in a calm, submissive state by going... I have a Mexican mother. Then I ask you to step aside. I show you how I would do it. Then the last 58 minutes or so is me apologizing, trying to convince you that this normally doesn't happen, and recommending that we put this vagina down. Good stuff, good stuff. I like that joke. I like it. Like people watching, it's where I get most of my material. Just sitting people. Found the best place to people watch. Strip clubs. God, there is something about naked women that is so interesting. No good. The joke's no good. All right. Hey, here. Oh, by the way, the only selfish thing, I don't sell anything after shows. I make plenty. If you want any of my CDs or DVDs, there's a new DVD and CD coming out called Happy Thoughts. It'll be on YouTube within seconds. Fucking, it's free. So just take that. The only thing I ask is or I sincerely thank you. If you watch the show on Comedy Central, I appreciate it. Thank you.